Rock and roll.
Lauren, I was on a GoBundance meeting, and one of the international partners had like a very fancy GoBundance background. And I was like, wow, that's what we need.
All right, well, I think someone's working on it right now, it looks like.
I know. It looks awesome. No, it's great. Cool, everybody. What's up? We're gonna jump in here. We are I'm a firm believer. So like there's no secret here. We talk about the same things over and over and over and over. We tweak them, we change them a little bit, but we don't need to be taught more than we need to be reminded. I need to hear this myself a lot of times. And so as Gab and I go through the weekly coaching calls and the one-on-ones and the 3-on-1s and the 4-on-1s and the 5-on-1s and the whatever's, like we know what everyone needs. That makes sense, right? And so like when we're like, all right, cool, everyone's slipping on this, let's talk about it. And we're just going to do a quick reminder, right? Everything that we're teaching you guys is to go to scale, right? It's in order to sell 2 to 4 houses a month. Does anybody know what go to scale means?
To be able to do it like bigger and bigger.
Yeah, who said that? Tiffany. Yeah, to do it bigger and bigger. And then also to scale, if we're doing it bigger and bigger, do we say stay consistent?
Make it duplicatable.
You
Make it duplicatable.
Make it duplicatable. I love that. Who said that? That was Giselle, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, to scale with a uniform enlargement, right? We're going to make it bigger and we're going to keep the same type of quality and we're going to stay consistent, right? So what that means is we talk about Starbucks, right? Did Starbucks go to scale, you guys? Yes, Joe. Yeah, they did. That's right. I don't know who said that. It might have been ventriloquist Joe. But yeah, so Starbucks, everything looks the same, tastes the same. It's all on the same end cap all over the world, right? Right? That's why everyone comes back and it keeps working. We create the flywheel. We're going to scale. So today, the fundamentals are so important. Okay. It's going to get weird out there. It's not, we are going to win. Realtors are going to be like, we are going to keep doing business and it's going to stay this way if we follow the systems. If we don't follow the systems, it will not work. Right. So today we are going to talk about the offer submission checklist. Oof, one of my favorite things in the world, right? By the way, when we send out a video with like a call to action where it's like, who wants our offer submission checklist? We get like a ton of replies, like everybody wants it, blah, 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 blah. A system is just a checklist, you guys. I talk about this all the time. Pilots, they still have like a clipboard with a checklist before they take off, right? Someone walks outside of the plane, someone checks the inside of the plane. They check everything off to make sure they didn't forget everything, and then they take off, right? So it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. All this stuff is like a safety net so you don't screw it up. That's really all it is. So for me, anything that I've ever done more than once, I just wrote down the system and then I know what to do. It's like following, you ever like find a new recipe and then you like make it, right? And then you're like, oh my God, that was good. I'm going to save that recipe. And then you go back to that recipe and like, wait, what, how much sugar or how much, whatever. It's the same thing, man. This is like the recipe for success for getting your offers accepted. Cool. Hey, Lauren, did I mention, can you just take this note? On the training, we talked about this, right? We need to like, why is that important breakdown?
Yes, I already have those notes.
Right. Cool. Awesome. So can everybody see my screen? I'm going to ask for volunteers. And if you don't volunteer, then we're going to voluntold some people. Would someone read the first check? The first thing that we do when we submit an offer, right?
I'll volunteer. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. 2 heads are better than 1. Drop your offer in the ICE Slack channel.
Perfect. Who said that? Chris Torres?
Joe Lyons.
Joe Lyons. Why is that important, do you think?
Let's say, yeah, just get additional eyes on it. You know, people can chime in on things that work well for them in similar situations or similar price ranges or areas they may be more of an area of expertise in than maybe I am. So any additional information to make a better offer presented to the agent is good on my behalf.
Thanks, man. I love that. Especially when you're newer, like who's ever had that like freak out, like, oh my God, I have to write an offer. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like even that, or even in this market, I'm gonna share this with you guys. There's like a new devil, man. Like the onesie, twosie agents, the COVID agents, they don't know how to price houses, right? And so they're taking listings and they're like super underpriced or super overpriced. And you have to know where you need to go in. And especially if there's multiple offers, right? So what'll happen is when you pop your offers in the offer advice Slack channel, if you guys can read in here, when you do that, there's some things that we want you to put in there, right? We want you to put the listing price, the offer price, contingencies that are being removed, deposit amount, Zestimate, and RPR value, right? Does anybody know why it's important that we ask that you put all of those things in the Slack channel?
So people know how to advise you.
Correct. Gives us a frame of reference, right? Especially when Joe Oz is like running out of an airport into like wherever I'm going next. Like if I look at my phone, there's a lot of channels I do not look at, you guys. I do not look at the lockbox channel. I don't look at the whatever, but I do look at offer advice, right? And Gab does too, right? If we are looking at it, we're on coaching calls and these things, we want to make this a priority, right? If we see what the listing price is, the offer price, contingencies, deposit amount, we can really, really, really give you some really great advice. So make sure, just for reference sake, this is our offer advice Slack channel. Do you guys see Slack? Yeah, cool, awesome. So right here we have, this was really helpful, man. Erin, she wrote her first deal this week, right? She needed some help, right? And look at this, man. God bless you guys. 11 replies, right? Everyone in here. Dominic, I see Dominic, Lauren, Joe Osachek. Everyone's in here helping Erin, right? Like, and the really cool thing is in our organization, we have everything documented. So if you need to, like, we have a 19-minute video on how to write an offer. It's in the university, right? Like, look back at that thing, right? This one right here, Ethan Hines. If your buyer's using 100% of the sale home, dude, Dominic, this was like the most perfect reply, dude. He's like, the home in New York under contract. If so, you'll use that as your proof of funds, right? So anyway, Jenny, by the way, shout out to Jenny. She had like multiple offers accepted this week. And then when she's submitting her offer, she's got all these people in here helping her move it forward, right? So, by the way, I'm going to say this, when agents are getting their offers accepted because they're using the offer advice channel, and people on the team, myself and Gab, are reaching out to those people and helping them. Marla Wind, because she posted this in here, I gave her a phone call, and guess what? She didn't have to worry about getting her offer accepted. She needed to, because this offer got rejected. By the way, she has to put more information in here, whatever, but she needed to get this person's listing that she has, she needed to get that offer accepted before anyone would accept any offers on their houses. And I took her through, she had an offer on the table that her seller was not going to take. I walked her through how to get that offer accepted, and she did, right? Does this all make sense, you guys? Two heads are better than one. And again, I'm just like super proud of this stuff, right? Like they don't have this at brokerages, or you know what I mean? Like they don't do this kind of stuff. So I talk about sharing a brain. If you are sharing a brain with your production manager, we're calling it a deal doctor, right? Gab and myself, if we don't know what's going on, we can't help you. And if you submit, and what we're seeing is agents that submit a bunch of offers, lose traction, get discouraged, and they leave the business, right? If you want help, we're here to help. So cool. Can someone volunteer to read the next check where it says ping?
Ping the team on the "Do you know this agent?" with agent's name to see if anyone can hook you up.
Cool. Why is that important, Chris Torres?
Because if somebody on the team does know them, they can give you inside information or talk to that person for you, get you the hookup. I mean, hookups are hookups, right?
Yeah, totally. Radical. Cool. And by the way, guys, thanks for helping me. I talk all day long and I lose my voice. I've started like losing my voice, right? So I appreciate everyone chiming in and helping out. Someone volunteer to read the next one.
Speak with listing agent prior to submitting offer to determine these 3 non-negotiables. What's the competitive price? Oh, just that one.
No, keep going. That's perfect.
What does a competitive price look like on the home? When are the offers due? What kind of special terms is the seller looking for?
Cool. Someone tell me why this is important.
The more you know about like what the seller is looking for, the greater your chances of your offer being accepted.
Mhm. What's the number one reason that we get our offers accepted?
Building relationship,
With who?
the agent.
Agent, the listing agent, right? Guys, get used to saying this. What's it gonna take to get this deal done? Hey, what do you guys need to get that thing wrapped up? I would write this down. I just want to give you an offer you can sink your teeth into. Have fun with it. Make a joke. Break the ice. Hey, do I have to buy you guys Netflix for a year or what, man? Am I getting you guys like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what are we doing here? How do I get this thing accepted? When they say, so I'm going to share this with you guys. This is the secret sauce. When they say they have multiple offers, we're looking for highest and best. Does anybody know some tricks you can pull to pull some information out of them? Nobody?
So like if the listing price says 500,000, I think you said something like, so is it over 510? Less than 505, something like that.
Perfect. Yeah. You start playing with them, right? You say, yeah, so just have fun with it. Try and find the range of the number. This is like, there's a book called Never Split the Difference. It's about negotiating. It's amazing. It's easy to listen to on Audible. You'll get what all the things that you want in life, and you'll be smarter than the average human being if you just listen to this book, right? I'm competitive. I want to win. I love a competitive advantage. If you read that book or listen to that book, you will have a competitive advantage. You should put it on your Audible and you should just listen to it all the time when you're driving. Instead of listening to Justin Bieber, I get my peaches down in Georgia, right? Maybe put this thing on and listen to that. That's all I'm saying, right? So with all that being said, Gabby, what Gabby said is correct, man. So like when in negotiations in that book, they talk about asking about a range, right? So you'd be like, if the house is listed at 500. So first thing I say is this, cool, Mary, multiple offers, crap, woof, awesome. How many offers do you have on that thing? That's the first question, because she's either gonna say 50 or like, dude, sometimes they're like, I got like one, it's not very good. Sometimes they say that shit, man. And they're like, I got one, it's not very good. You're like, sick. So you already know it's under asking price. And then if she says that, ask the next question, be like, oh, it's not that good. So everyone write this down, this rebuttal, please. Tell me more about that. People just do it. They start talking. I do this to my wife all the time. She's like, oh my God, she like throws shit at me. She'll be like, I don't know. She'll be like, you can't go surfing in the morning. I'll be like, oh, tell me more about that. And then it's just not good, right? Don't do that. But like, I'll say like, hey, yeah, we had one offer. It wasn't really that great. Tell me more about that. Well, you know, they have a house to sell. They're going to give up. They're going to give it up, man. And then if they're like, yeah, I got multiple offers. We got 3. They're pretty close. The house is listed at 500. And be like, cool. Do you have over asking? You know, I can't tell you that, Joe. Okay, cool. Does the number start with a 5 and a 1? Did you guys just feel the weirdness of that silence? Did anyone feel the weirdness? Right? That's called letting the silence do the heavy lifting. It works. If you like wait, why am I talking? If you ask a question and don't ever speak until the other person does, it works, right? And so like these are the tricks that you're going to do to win. And then by the way, you gain the respect of the other realtor when you talk like this, because you're smart and you've prepared and you've learned how to negotiate, and it's a skill set that's important. This is how negotiations start, right? There's a saying, the first person that talks loses. You're getting them to talk first so you can win, right? So the other one is, I would write this one down. When there's multiple offers, you say, cool. If it's listed at 500, you'd be like, cool. I figured this one would wind up around like 510, 515. Is that where you guys are at? Did you guys feel it get weird for a minute?
Yeah.
Felt uncomfortable? That's how you want the other person to feel. Because we live in a society where like silence is like not like it's looked down upon, which is so weird. Like we tell our kids to like take a time out, go sit in the like, it's so bizarre. Like silence is cool. Meditating is rad. Praying is cool. Like that shit is rad. And it's like, but like in our society, we don't do it. Like we're like, there should be loud and whatever. So when you get quiet, it gets weird and you're playing a game, right? So, all right, I kind of went off track there. I hope that's helpful. If you're getting in a relationship with the listing agent, you have so many tools to beat them because they're not trained negotiators, and you guys are, especially if you read Never Split the Difference. It's written by like an FBI trained negotiator dude, and it's really awesome, and you will have an advantage. Can I have someone volunteer for the next check box? It says call the buyers. That's what it starts with.
Call the buyer's lender to inform them that you will be writing an offer on the specific property, and make sure they're ready to call the listing agent.
Tell me why that's important.
You want to ensure that they qualify for that they reapprove them, let's call it, for the property, and that it's new. I mean, especially in this market with the interest rates, you got to make sure that they're approved for that price point.
I love that. Yeah, awesome. Cool, man. Hey, you pre-approved these guys 30 days ago. Are they still good? Have you been talking to them? Oh shit, I haven't talked to them in like 3 weeks. Okay, rate just went up. Do you think you need to make a phone call real quick? By the way, send me over that pre-approval, right? Also, yeah, dude, 100%, man. Like this has happened to me, right? You get an offer, an attorney review or under contract, and the lender hasn't talked to them in 30 days and now they don't qualify anymore, right? Like make sure, and this is also your team. Everyone's got to be working together. Also later in this checklist, hint, hint, you're going to submit an offer and you're going to tell the lender to give the listing agent a phone call to advocate for you. So that's coming up soon. So will someone read the next one? It says gather all required. Sorry.
Gather all required documents and attach to the email. Cover letter, signed purchase agreement, pre-approval letter, proof of fund, seller's disclosure, wire fraud notice, and lead-based paint if applied. Why work with me letter or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, why is it important to send all that stuff over together in one email?
In one PDF file, it makes it easier for the listing agent, and it makes it easier to also forward the email to the seller.
Correct.
It also makes it look like you got your shit together, because there's nothing worse when we get offers and there's things missing. And it's like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. It seems like you had your stuff together, you're prepared, and you're ready to take this purchase very seriously.
100%. So can you guys see my screen still? It has beautiful Joe Lyons on the front of it.
Yes.
So this is the why work with me sheet, right? This is your cover letter, right? Make sure that this is on all of your offers. Our job is to stand out. If you guys, I'm not going to take you guys through this, but if you joined our real estate team, everyone has one of these. Make sure to go in and read it, make sure you know what it says and attach it to all of your offers. Hey, Lauren, is there any chance you know where the cover letter is? Is that like by
Yeah, I can, give me 1 second, I can share that with you.
fingertips, or is it hard to find? So
I got it.
cool. Will you share your screen, please? We got a packed house in here.
1 second.
Hey, everyone.
Just keep telling stories for like the next 30 seconds while I pull up this email template.
You guys want to hear about something else stupid that I did once when I was showing houses?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. We like your stories.
So my first real estate team, I'm not gonna mention any names. Dude, I don't know why. It was like my first open house. It wasn't even my listing. I was like, I ate all the trail mix in the cupboard. And then like, it was like the owner's house. And then I got in trouble. So my team lead was like, yo, can I talk to you? It was like on Monday. And I came in, he's like, yo, did you eat all the trail mix at this house in Hazlitt? I was like, yeah, I did. And he's like, you can't eat food at people's houses. So I said, okay. Do you want me to go get more trail mix? He's like, no, just don't eat food at people's houses, or I cannot sit you at any more open houses. That was it. You guys, I ate all the trail mix. Don't eat the food at the open houses. It's not yours. Don't eat it. Yo, I sold that house too. It was like $550 in Hazlitt. it was like, I just got my license. It was a huge commission to me at that time. I was like, I'm gonna be rich. And my team lead had the listing. I sat at the open house and I sold it at the open house. And so I was like, who sold it? Joe? Is that the kid that ate all my food? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool.
I'm sure they forgave you.
Totally. All right, we're gonna come back to the cover letter. Let's see here. All right, cool. Gather all. Cool.
I have it. I have
You
it.
have it.
Glenn, I hate that pressure. It drives me crazy.
I get my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah.
It's loading right now and I'll share
Get
my
my weed in
lovely.
California.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, I was schwitzing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share the screen. Ooh.
I get my
All right, can everyone see this Word document?
Yes.
Okay,
Where can they find this?
this is in the university on the buyer agent side, submitting offers.
Cool. Will you put it in the Kajabi for training too?
Yeah, that's where I went to first, and so I see the struggle, so I'll add that today.
Cool, awesome. So guys, this is your cover letter, right? And Lauren, if you could scroll up a little bit, you're gonna copy this and paste it into your email as your cover letter, right? Good morning, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for taking my call, allowing me to show property address. My clients love the place, blah, blah, blah. Really well written email. And then you're also gonna put the summary right here, offer price, escrow length, down payment, inspection contingency, appraisal contingency, loan contingency, lender's info, and attorney's info. Has anyone here ever been a listing agent and had an offer come over that was totally put together like this?
Yes.
How did it make you feel?
Oh my God, so good. Made my life easier.
Correct. Do you want to work with that person?
100%.
Cool. Are they not a ding dong, most likely?
Yes, of course.
Cool. You got your shit together. Remember, guys, we have a competitive advantage, man. We're real. These people are realtors. If you just have your shit kind of together, you're going to like beat out everybody. You can like eat everybody's lunch, right? Everybody knows I am the realtor player hater. And I'm not afraid to say it. So, but we can eat everybody's lunch if we just come correct, right? That's really all we have to do. So,
Joe,
yeah.
I actually have a comment. I did have an offer that looked like this, and I had another offer that came to me as a dot loop link that was $2,000 more, and we end up going with this guy who was $2,000 less.
thank you, Sarah, for that. That's awesome. Yeah, because it's, dude, especially if you're an experienced listing agent, you want to work, you want your job to be easier, man. You want your life to be easier. And I've been in that position too, where you're like, you know what, this one's a little bit higher, but I know this realtor is kind of a ding dong. They don't have their stuff together. They're probably going to beat us up in home inspections. And, you know, let's go with the people that are working together. Remember, the guys that give the agents that have their stuff together are not the ones that are trouble for us. It's the onesies and twosies. That's the ones, man. The agents that sell 1 or 2 houses a year that don't know what they're doing. They don't have systems. They don't have a support system. They are the ones that like kill our deals, make our lives hell. We wind up doing twice the work, yada, yada, yada. So thanks, Sarah. That's pretty awesome.
Most times my buyers don't ever seem to have their like lawyer information like finalized yet. Do you guys see that often where they don't even know they're using until they get an offer accepted?
For the attorney?
Yeah.
It's a good question, Joe. It's a really good question.
So
So
I used it a couple of times and I'm like, oh, he doesn't even have his attorney selected yet. I'm like, so I filled out whatever I could and just omitted that part. But
yeah, that's actually something that I address when I'm showing houses, right? Like when I'm showing houses, I'm like, hey guy, I talk about the process. I talk about attorney review. I talk about home inspections. I talk about all this stuff. And I let them know that I have someone that I work with constantly. They can totally trust. We're all on the same team. And by the way, when I write the whole thing up, Joe, that's an assumed close, man. If they trust you, you'd be like, hey man, I'm gonna have everything signed off and send it over to our attorney and they'll get attorney review started for you. That's like an assumed close situation in my book.
all right, I can see that.
Sound good? Anyone else want to add to that? But yeah, that's yeah, I think that's a really great question. So that's something that you should know right away. Because here's the thing: when you're looking at houses, you're like checking everything out. Once you write an offer and you get that thing accepted, like the gun goes off, like the race has started, and you want to get that thing in the AR stat because you don't want to lose it. And also, I'll say this: I was screaming about it Thursday night at our event. Like, you got to use the allied resources, man, because when you get busy, it's leverage, right? And It's all about control, man. Like you have control over your deal if they're using our allied resources. That's pretty much it. They're using some lender, some whatever, any of them, an attorney that they found for $200 more on Google, you're going to wind up doing 10 times the work, and it's not going to be awesome. That's it. So, and I'll say this, man, when people are like, can I use this attorney? Like, you can do whatever you want. You're going to learn the hard way. And you're like, oh my God, it was horrible. And then we're trying to keep you guys from the I told you so's, right? So now the last thing we have here, the next one is hit send and cross your fingers, eyes, and toes. Oh wait, no, I forgot something here. Prepare the email using the offer submission template, right? You can combine everything into one PDF, update offers in the email summary, update lender contact information. We just talked about this. Copy Joe Oz on the email, copy me. Guys, if I know what you're doing, I will stop what I'm doing to help you. If I catch a mistake, if I know the realtor, right? Hey, Lauren, can you add copy Gab to this now too?
Yes.
And can we make that? That's going to be the new standard. We're going to copy Gab on it as well. So now guess what, guys? You have 2 deal doctors looking over your deals to help you. That's unheard of in the United States of real estate. So we're so psyched to help you guys. If you like, I feel like this is some Jerry Maguire help me help you situations, right? So if you do these things, you've got all these heads trying to help you. Attach your merged PDF and all documents. Hit send and cross your fingers, eyes, and toes. But just know you have submitted a badass offer. Will someone read this next one? We're not done yet.
Call or text lender letting them know the offer was submitted, and please call the listing agent and sell the offer in.
Why is that important?
It's so important to humanize your buyer. You make them stand out this way and they'll remember them.
Totally. Hell yeah. Yeah. And you want the lender to advocate for your buyer, right? And so like the lender should, man. Evan on our team will do it. Our lender will do it. He's happy to do it. He will do it. He'll do it. He'll do it. What happens is this, man. When you're the listing agent, here's the phone call. Hey, Sarah, it's Joe Oz. Hey, it's Joe Oz from Equity Prime Mortgage. Just wanted to give you a call. I know you just got an offer from Mike on our team or whatever. I just want to let you know that their buyers, Mary and Bob, I've been speaking to them for about 3 months now. I have all their paperwork. They've been through underwriting. I have 2 years tax returns. I've ran their credit. I've verified employment. I have pay stubs. These people are like ready to go. Just so you know, they didn't print out a pre-approval from Rocket Mortgage from their computer 15 minutes ago. They are like ready to go. So be confident in accepting this offer. And if there's anything I can do, I'm going to text you with my cell phone number. And if along the way, I'm going to give you updates. And this is going to be a really great transaction for you. Evan says it way better because he's way smarter and he knows his business better than me, but that's the conversation. So, and then the last thing, can someone read this one?
Call or text or video message buyer letting them know that offer was submitted and we will update them shortly.
Perfect. Here's a little hint, you guys. Buy yourself some time. As soon as you tell them the offer submitted, do you think their anxiety, do you think the stress levels go up and the anxiety and excitement will go like through the roof? Yeah. So if you submit an offer, you submit an offer at like 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. I usually go back to the other side. No matter if I've heard back or not, I say, hey, they're going to meet with the sellers either tonight or in the morning. They're not sure with their schedule yet. They asked us to give us until about tomorrow around this time, maybe 24 hours to get back to us. So they wanted to let you know they have received it. They said, thank you. They're going to be reviewing it, but they just need about 24 hours. Okay. But they're going to get to it as soon as they possibly can. And if they can get to it sooner, they're going to reach out to us. And by the way, there's no other offers on the table. So they're going to do this as soon as they possibly can. Does anybody know why I might do that?
I do that just because I never want to come back to them right away and tell them your offer got accepted, because if it comes easy, I feel like they can let it go easy as well. So I want them to get anxious. I want them to be scared. I want them to be happy when I give them the good news so they can hold on to it and they know they fought for it.
Totally. And also, I love that 100%. And also you're managing expectations, right? So it's like, they're like, hey, you know what? Like they're thinking about it every minute. Like they're staying awake all night thinking about it, right? But if they know they're not going to hear something for 24 hours, that gives you a little breathing room, right? And then what you're probably going to hear back in less than 24 hours, then you can give them the information, right? And yeah, the thing you said is true, Sarah. Like you give somebody an inch, they want a mile, right? That's so accurate, right? So yeah, if you ever have an offer accepted right away, give it a minute. Like be like, oh, they just want to think about it. All right, they'll take it. That's pretty funny. Cool, guys. So any questions, any feedback? I want to respect your guys' time. I want to keep it around 30 minutes. Offer submission checklist. Learn it, know it, live it. What any questions?
I
Where did we say
started
we
to
could
do-
find that cover letter?
Good
It's
question.
it's in the university under the buyer agent section. I'm gonna drop it in Slack just as like a recap, so you guys can just snatch it really easily, but it's in the buyer agent section of university.
Lauren, when they onboard, wherever they get their, like when they get their meet me or whatever about me letter, can they get that at that time too?
Yes,
And then it's going to go in the onboarding packet as well, correct?
yes.
Cool. Awesome. Cool, guys. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, my pleasure. Good to see everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.